simpler words. Do you remember us doing this the other day? Okay. So we'll take a bunch of chips out. Let me actually keep the same color because I think that should be enough. So, for pan, pan. Can you do it? Good. Next one is chips. Do you know why we do this chip for 2 letters? For the ch sound? Do you know why we just use one tile for that?
Because it's a blended sound.
Yes, it's called a digraph sound, which means 2 letters make how many sounds? One sound. So that's why, even though there's 5 letters, we're only going to use one chip because it's one sound.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Okay, let's do a couple more. Rush.
Rush.
And why do we just have 3 tiles again?
Because the last one makes a blended sound. So
What sound does that last sound make? Shh. Good. Very good. And then let me do one more. Let's do this one. Sh. Shell.
shell.
And this one's kind of tricky. Do you know how to spell shell?
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell shell?
Wait, the seashell or
The seashell. That was a really good question to know which one.
S-H-E-L-L.
E-L-L. So do we hear both L's in that word? When you say shell, do you hear L-L? No, but so we call that last L a bonus letter because it goes with, there's 2 L's. If an L follows the vowel sound as an E, there's usually a bonus letter.
Yeah.
So 2 L's. Did you know that rule? Yeah. So that's probably why you knew how to spell it. Great job. I don't think I've read this book before.
Hello, said Mavis. Hello, said Finley. They went into the living room. Mavis sat in the best chair. Finley turned on the television. Oh, good, said Mavis. Crime Buster was on.
How did you figure out that word? Because that's a really long word.
In my mind, I covered up that, and I said cry, and crime, and then I went Buster.
Yeah, so see how great strategy that is? If you come to a really long word you don't know, you chunk it and break it up, and you can break it into 2 syllables, into 2 separate words, and then you put it together. You did a great job with that strategy.
I was going to watch sports shows, said Finley. Marvis doesn't like
What's that word?
Mavis.
There you go.
Doesn't like sports, said Grandpa. After Crime Busters, they had supper. Are we having hot dogs? Finley asked. Hopefully. Mavis made a face. Mavis doesn't eat meat, said Grandpa. She is a vegetarian. Does she eat fish? Asked Finley. No, said Grandpa. Only vegetables. That's a really...
That's a tough word because you can't really tap that one out. But what would make sense? Let's skip the word and go to the end. So that's a blank, said
Finley.
What makes sense? You were close. And put the F on it. Relief.
Relief.
Relief, said Finley. Good.
We are having Parson, sweet.
And hopefully I'm saying it right. Parsnip.
Parsnip, sweet.
You can tap that one out. Do you know how to tap it?
Stew.
Close. Ew. Stew.
Said Grandpa. Finley didn't look like parsnip
Good.
stew very much either. After supper, Grandpa and Finley washed the dishes. Can we go for a dessert? Asked Finley.
Do you know the rule when there's an E at the end of the word? What's the rule? What's the vowel going to do?
The vowel's going to say its name.
Okay, so what's that word?
So, drive.
Drive. So start again and do that sentence for me.
Can we go for a drive? Asked Finley.
Good.
Marvis doesn't like drives, said Grandpa. Sadly, they make her cranky.
Break it into two.
Car sick. Make her car sick.
Good.
Marvis is less fun than Elvis, grumbled Finley. I bet she takes warm.
Good. You're right. Put the "ing" on it. Put it together.
Worming pills too. Don't be silly, said Grandpa. Pass me my pills, dear, called Mavis. Grandpa gave Finley a funny look.
Great job. You used lots of great reading strategies. So chunking those words and then putting them together. And you know the silent E sound, that's great. And if you need these tiles at home to break up words, we can probably get you some. Or does that help breaking those words up, or do you not need that as much?
I don't think I need that.
You don't think so? Okay. Well, if it's a word you're just really not understanding, you could use some type of object at home. Or do you remember me showing you the fingers? Like, let me just do that. Maps. Can you do that?
Maps.
So each finger represents like a tile. So you can just tap out the word, unless they're sight words. What are sight words?
Sort of.
Can we sound those words out?
No.
No, we just kind of have to know what they are, and that's why we practice them all the time to know how to read them and how to spell them, right? Let's go over a couple of your spelling words. Can you show me where you are? Okay, so Ms. McCracken told me that you guys are working on this in class, too. So can you tell me what this top line represents? The TH?
So that's the column, so I put the words, if they have THs in the front, on this one, and same with all the other ones.
So are all these like...
SH,
And what are these? TH, WH, SH, CH. What do those represent?
like sounds of the beginning of the word.
And would you say that all these sounds make two separate sounds or one sound?
One sound.
Yeah, these are all called diagraphs, so it's two letters that make one sound. And then Miss McCracken has shown me that she's broken it into two boxes for the two sounds. So for that. So tell me what goes in this.
At.
So it'd be the, at, right? Thick. Show me thick.
The. Ick.
Then.
The. N.
Than.
The. In.
Let's go to some of the WHs, okay? What?
Up.
You're right.
Up.
Whip.
It.
Wham.
In.
Okay, we're going to do some SHs, okay? Let's do shell.
L.
Shed.
Ed.
Snack. This one would be snack. Oh, you know what? I don't think that's snack because SH, I caught myself. It should be shack, huh? Let's try that again. Shack.
Shack.
Good. And then let's do a couple under CH. Chip. Chat. Chin. Nice job. Do these boxes help you break up the word?
Yeah.
You did a really another strategy to do is I have a list of sentences and I read through the sentence, scooping it for the student, and then they repeat after me. So I would say, Dad sits in the den and pets Wim, his dog. And then the student would repeat after me. The kids nap on the cot. A lot of times the kids just say, Dad sits in the den and pets Wim. The purpose of this is to scoop it, so they're scooping it and saying the sentence with fluency. So the more practice they do it, the better. So eventually they're saying, Dad sits in the den and pets Wim, his dog. So this is just another strategy that we could provide some sentences and that you could practice reading these sentences with Andrea for her scooping those phrases and those sentences.